Welcome back to the deep dive. If you're listening right now, I'm pretty sure I know what you're dealing with.
Let me guess. The restless mind.
The tyranny of the restless mind, exactly. It's that constant, that nagging mental loop.
A checklist that never ends.
Yes. Or replaying the argument you had yesterday, or the plans for next month, just sort of cluttering everything up.
It's the background hum of modern life,
Right.
isn't it? And it's just exhausting.
Profoundly exhausting.
It really is the ultimate productivity paradox. I mean, our brains are these incredible engines for just generating thought.
Sure.
But they have no built-in pause button, let alone a mute function.
Not at all. We spend our entire day just pulled by this invisible current of internal chatter.
We do.
And that exact feeling, that sense of being mentally pulled apart, is what we're diving into today.
And the sources we have are, well, they're incredible.
They really are. We're looking at excerpts outlining this profoundly simple path to inner stillness.
It's drawn directly from the Vijñāna Bhairava Tantra. Specifically, verse 37, also known as Dhāranā 14.
What's amazing about this teaching, I think, is that it seems to bypass all the years of struggle you normally associate with meditation.
It really does. It offers a kind of shortcut. It doesn't tell you to, wrestle with your thoughts.
Right.
It just gives your attention a single, compelling point of focus, something visual, almost tangible, to rest on.
So our mission in this deep dive is to really unpack this verse and the step-by-step practice it outlines.
Yeah, we want you to be able to walk away with a crystal clear understanding of this technique.
A way to turn all that mental noise into some quiet clarity. Okay, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
So we've all agreed on the problem, that constant stream of thoughts and worries. We all feel it. But what do the ancient texts actually call this state?
They give it a very specific name. Vikalpa.
Vikalpa.
Yeah, and it's not just a thought. It's a specific type of mental activity. It's discursive, imaginative, wandering thought.
Okay, so it's the mind spinning stories.
Exactly. It's creating a reality based on internal stuff, on projections, instead of what's actually present. Think of it as intellectual static.
Oh, I like that. Static.
It's useful for planning, of course, for
Uh-huh.
creativity, but when it's just nonstop,
It completely clouds your inner peace.
it does.
So if vikalpa is the static, our source text has this incredible promise about what happens when you clear the interference.
It does.
It says that by meditating on this specific point of inner light, and we'll get into what that is, this habit, this vikalpa.
It just disappears.
But what's left? What's the space that opens up when that static finally fades?
Ah, that's the real destination. When vikalpa disappears, the yogi experiences layāh.
Layah.
And it's a term that means absorption, dissolution, merging.
Yeah.
It's a complete release from the separateness of thought.
So it's not just like, quick break from the noise. It's not just turning off the radio.
No, it's more like merging into the source of the silence itself.
What?
Precisely. If vikalpa is the messy, confusing chaos, layāh is that profound silence. It's where you're, and this is a quote, absorbed into the light of supreme consciousness.
So it's a total shift from just thinking to being.
That's it. It's inner silence, but realized,
Yeah.
effortless.
That sounds like a powerful transformation. But it seems like everything hinges on focusing on this specific point of light.
It does. That's the pivot point.
So how do we even access that? What is it?
The whole mechanism's laid out in the text. The focus of the meditation is something called the Bindu,
The Bindu. Okay.
which literally just means point or dot. But in this practice, it's described as something much more evocative. It's a subtle spark of fire.
A spark of fire.
Yeah, a single point of inner light that's meant to be the target for all our scattered attention.
But hold on. Why a physical mechanism? I mean, why involve the eyes at all when so many other meditations are about breath or mantras?
That's the beauty of it.
It seems almost too simple. Is a temporary visual thing really a doorway to supreme consciousness?
That is the beautiful paradox of this teaching. It uses a very simple, very accessible physical phenomenon to kickstart a profound inner process.
Okay.
The notes actually detail how to access this light, and it says it's found right within our own senses.
You're talking about what happens when you gently press on your closed eyes.
Exactly, we've all done that.
Yeah.
You see those colorful moving patterns or sparks.
Phosphines, right. Isn't that the scientific term?
It is, yeah, but the ancient text has its own term, of course.
Of course. And the term for that whole field of light, all those moving spots behind your eyelids, that's Dhamma.
Correct, Dhamma. But here's the critical part, the distinction you have to get. The goal is not to just stare at the whole swirling field.
Right.
The Bindu is the disciplined choice. It's the single spark, The one point of light that you, the practitioner, mentally select from that entire field.
Ah, so it's like the difference between looking at the whole night sky and focusing on one specific star.
That's a perfect analogy. It gives the mind one and only one job.
So once you've found your Bindu, what do you do with it? Where do you mentally place it?
The verse is very specific. It tells the yogi to mentally place and meditate on this Bindu in one of two sacred locations.
And you get to choose.
You choose the one that feels most natural to you.
What are the options?
The first is the heart, or hṛdaye. This is seen as the center of feeling, intuition, emotional balance.
So if you're looking for peace or compassion, maybe that's the one?
That could be the natural choice, yes.
And the second location?
The second is the crown of the head, known as Svadhisthana.
Right, the Brahmarandra.
Also known as that. It's the energetic center at the very top of the skull. This one tends to resonate more with people seeking expanded awareness, maybe intellectual clarity.
So the choice isn't random. It's about personal resonance.
It's all about what feels right for you.
This practice seems so accessible because it's using something that's already inside of us.
Absolutely.
So let's make sure we translate this ancient instruction into a really clear, usable sequence for anyone listening who wants to try it.
Agreed. Let's walk through the three key phases.
Okay, let's start with step 1. Crepulation. This foundation feels crucial.
It is. Find a quiet spot, somewhere you know you won't be interrupted, even if it's just for 5 minutes.
And sit comfortably. Back straight, but relaxed, not rigid.
Exactly. And, critically, set your intention. Just take a moment to remind yourself why you're doing this.
That this is time just for you.
Yes, for connecting with your inner self. It's not for making a to-do list or solving a problem. This helps minimize the vikalpa before you even start.
Minimizing the external distractions so you don't have to fight so hard internally. I get it. Okay, so now we move to step 2. See the inner light, the Dhamma. What's the first physical action?
You gently close your eyelids, and then with the soft pads of your fingertips, apply very, very light pressure.
We have to emphasize gentle here.
Oh, absolutely. We're just trying to elicit a natural visual response. We're not trying to strain anything.
And as those patterns, the Dhamma, start to appear, what's the instruction?
Just observe them without judgment. Don't chase them or try to organize them. Just watch the shifting field of light for a few moments.
That passive observation part is vital, isn't it?
It's everything. That non-judgment is key. Then comes the choice.
Ah, finding the Bindu.
Yes. From that whole field of Dhamma, just allow your attention to be naturally drawn to one single spark. Don't force it. Let one point just sort of stand out to you.
And that becomes your anchor.
That's your Bindu.
Perfect. Which takes us to step 3. Hold your focus. The first move here feels really important for making that switch from physical to mental.
It is. You immediately release the pressure, gently take your fingertips away, but keep your eyes closed.
Okay.
Now you have to hold that Bindu mentally. Try to keep the impression or the feeling or the memory of that single point of light alive in your awareness.
Even as the visual stimulus is fading.
Especially then. That's the shift from physical to internal concentration.
And then you mentally place that retained Bindu into your chosen location.
Right. Place it in your sacred space, either the center of your chest or the crown of your head.
And once it's placed,
the final instruction is the simplest and also the hardest. Rest your attention completely on this single point of light.
Don't strain, just rest.
Just rest.
That command, rest your attention, sounds beautiful. But what happens when the mind, inevitably wanders? Which it will.
It always does.
How does this promise of vikalpa just dissolving actually happen? Doesn't meditation require strenuous focus?
And this is where this teaching is so different. The transformation happens not through struggle, but through effortless attention.
Okay.
As you just keep resting your focus on the Bindu, which is light, it's peaceful, it's constant, the endless stream of thoughts, the vikalpa.
It has nowhere to go.
It has nowhere to go. It just naturally starts to slow down and fade.
So you're not fighting the stream. You're just giving the mind a peaceful, more compelling alternative.
You're tethering the boat of the mind to a single point of light. That's a great way to put it.
The source text actually says that, doesn't it?
It does. It says, by such practice, the discursive thought, vikalpa of the yogi, disappears. It's an automatic consequence. You're not trying to silence the thoughts. You're just making them irrelevant by choosing a better focus.
And that path leads directly to layah, to that state of absorption.
Exactly. When the vikalpa is gone, your individual focus on the point just dissolves into the light itself. The separation between you and the peace, it just fades.
That's being absorbed in the light of supreme consciousness.
That's the experience, a profound sense of unity and silence.
For anyone listening who wants to integrate this into their routine, let's talk practical application.
Yes, consistency is everything.
So start small.
Definitely. Don't aim for an hour. Start with 5 minutes. Seriously, just 5 minutes a day. Showing up consistently is so much more important than the duration.
And what about timing? When's the best time to do it?
I'd say either first thing in the morning to sort of set a calm tone before the day's vikalpa gets going.
Before the emails start.
Right. Or at night as a really powerful way to process and release all the stress from the day.
And let's just reiterate what to do when your mind acts like a puppy chasing a butterfly.
Which it will.
Which it will.
Be patient. This is a practice of gentle returning. When your mind wanders, just acknowledge the thought without criticizing yourself.
No judgment.
No judgment at all. And then just gently guide your attention back to the Bindu, back to that inner spark.
So you should view this as a moment of deep rest, not another task you have to succeed at.
Absolutely. It's a journey, a connection, not a test.
So this deep dive has taken us from that universal struggle, from vikalpa, all the way to this goal of supreme absorption, layah.
And all of it accessible through this remarkably simple focus of the Bindu.
The inner spark of fire.
It's such a powerful and self-contained path because it relies on something, that inner light that is always, always available to you.
That's the key insight, isn't it?
I think so. The mind might wander and generate all this noise, but the light within, it's constant. It's totally unaffected by that noise.
And if you understand that the peace is constant, it shifts everything. The practice isn't about creating peace.
No. It's just a way to remember, to return, to rest in the peace that is already yours.
As the source material says so beautifully at the end.
Your light is waiting for you.
So a final thought for you to take away. If this inner light is always present, if this capacity for stillness is something you already possess, what does that mean about all the assumptions we hold, about where we have to look for true peace? If the path isn't a struggle to acquire quiet, but just an act of returning to a spark that's already lit, what does that change about how you approach your day and where you look for your own grounding and rest?
A powerful path to consider.
We really encourage you to try the 3 steps and just see what light you discover.
A powerful path indeed. Until next time, keep diving deep.